There we go. So I think we're recording. There we go. Mohammed, good, very early morning to you, mate. We were just chatting very briefly before we hit record and started this, mate. It's 1:30 in the morning for you in South Africa.
Yeah, morning to you guys.
Mate, thank you for making the effort basically to come and do this for us at this time, mate. I really appreciate it. We've been chatting for a while on and off through social medias. I know you use our platform with some of your clients and stuff, and I'm always seeing
Yeah,
your AI videos. So that's why we got you to come in today. Because you started like you're really a person who's doing it and has like done it, and then that has progressed you, I guess, in your marketing career from like doing it for you, for clients, to going and speaking on stages at big events in Vegas and the States and so on and so forth. So really excited to have you in today. Uh, I'm excited for us to learn as well because I know there's more that we could do with our video and our using AI and stuff like that. So you're gonna run through your content formula for AI. You've got AI shortcuts, like your mindset shifts that you've used in AI to replicate or outdo whatever it is that you're doing at the moment. So would you like to just give yourself your own little intro? Just explain to people who you are. Like you're in South Africa, but what you've done
yeah,
over the last, well, I don't know with AI now. I think 12 months or so with video. 12 months is a lifetime, right? But what you've kind of done
yeah.
in the last 12 months with AI and video, and what we're going to run through today, mate.
Perfect, man. So I've set up a small presentation for you guys. So if I can share my screen, uh, I can run you through my journey with AI and what I've been doing with AI and the possibilities that are out there, not only with AI, but with social media, because I am from South Africa, a small town in South Africa. And now I get to work and travel the world just because of AI and social media. So I'm going to share my journey from Africa to global stages. Let me just turn on, share my sound as well here because I've got a few videos to share with you guys as well. Some videos that we can use for my CRM sim as well.
Oh yeah, you've prepared a little surprise video for us. Is that right?
Yeah, so Gary hasn't seen it as well.
No,
Hopefully, we'll share
I
it
hope it's good,
together.
mate. I hope it's good.
Hopefully,
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it
fingers
will be. But
crossed.
yeah, I haven't seen it either. So, but it's been cool seeing all your little videos over past, I'd say 12 months or so that I've kind of known you online and seen your little videos of where's Mohammed today?
Yeah.
Is he in Dubai? Is he in South Africa? Is he in LA? Like you always put up these little videos. You go, can you guess? Is this real or is this AI?
Yeah, and they work as well.
Hmm.
Um, so social media and AI honestly is the perfect combo. And the great thing is with this, your camera is optional. So basically, we have no excuses. You know, people before used to say, "Okay, I'm not comfortable in front of camera, so I can't post anything." Well, now with AI, we don't even need to be in front of a camera. We can be posting content and help and let AI help us to create that content for us. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard about Mark Cuban. You know who he is.
Mhm.
So I just want you to take a listen to this.
Artificial intelligence. I think there's going to be two types of companies: those who are great at AI and everybody else. But if you're in business and you don't understand AI and the impact, then you're going to lose out.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah,
Was my sound on?
yeah, it came through, mate.
Perfect. So those were some pretty strong words from Mark Cuban telling us about the importance of AI. But have you guys heard about Gary Vaynerchuk? Gary
Yep,
V?
yep. I know Gary V, the wine king to start with.
Even when we can't afford stuff, we'll pay for time. AI is gonna make everything convenient. You're gonna have AI agents shop for you in the background. Like you have no idea how big this is gonna be. And so if you're not a brand, The human is not going to choose you. Brand is the only thing left in a world of technology at scale. And that's what's going to happen.
Now, here again, those were some pretty important and powerful words from Gary Vee. But notice at the end, he mentioned something, and that was regarding brand. And that's what's so important. And we all have the opportunity to create our own brand. And we all need to create our own brand as well. But maybe you're still on the fence, you still need a little bit more convincing. So have a listen to this. So you've heard Mark Cuban and Gary Vee tell you how important it is to learn and know AI. But maybe you need an AI to convince you. So I am Mohammed's AI avatar. Yes, that's right. I'm not Mohammed. I'm just his AI avatar. So put simply, those that embrace AI will be successful, and those that don't will be left behind. That wasn't me. That was my AI avatar. And I'm going to show you how to create videos just like this.
Very
But
cool.
if you want to take this one step further, I want you to have a listen to this. Alors, vous avez entendu Mark Cuban et Gary Vee vous dire à quel point il est important d'apprendre et de connaître l'IA. Mais peut-être avez-vous besoin d'une IA pour vous convaincre. Je suis donc l'avatar IA de Mohamed. Oui, c'est exact. Je ne suis pas Mohamed. Je suis juste son avatar IA. Pour faire simple, ceux qui adoptent l'IA réussiront et ceux qui ne le font pas seront laissés pour compte. There again, I'm speaking French. I don't know how to speak French. But with the power of AI, now I'm able to speak French. So now we don't even have a communication barrier in terms of language, because we can now speak in multiple languages and reach a global audience. So here's another example. マーク・キューバンとゲイリー・ビーが AI を学び知る重要性を話して聞いた。でも、あなたを納得させるために AI が必要かも。私はムハンマドの AI アバター。はいです。私はムハンマドではありません。私は彼の AI アバターに過ぎません。AI を受け入れる人々は成功しそうでない人々は取り残されるということです。That's me speaking Japanese.
Very nice. I wonder what it was.
Now, can you see now, with the power of AI, we can clone ourselves, we can speak multiple languages. We are just limited by our imagination. Now, I want to share a little bit about my journey. And I am from South Africa, a small town in South Africa, not Cape Town like that image was showing. And I've been in digital marketing since 2013. But I was doing it as a side hustle. So I had a daytime job, and at night and on weekends, I started doing digital marketing. And I started using and exploring AI tools since 2018. And the reason I started this was because I was doing my digital marketing as a side hustle. So I was always looking at ways to get more stuff done and to become more productive because I had limited time. But when ChatGPT came out at the end of 2022, I tried it out and I fell in love with it. Because I was amazed at how powerful this tool was. Because remember, I was using AI tools since 2018, but nothing came close to ChatGPT. Firstly, those tools that I was using since 2018 were really expensive and they were not that good. So when ChatGPT came out, I was so excited. I wanted to tell the whole of South Africa how powerful this tool was. So I decided I want to create some TikTok and Instagram videos on how to use ChatGPT and AI tools in general. And honestly, as I said, I was thinking I'll create some videos. Hopefully, some South Africans would see those videos. I might get some clients for my digital marketing agency. And hopefully, I could show South Africa the power of ChatGPT and how we could leverage it to create a better life for ourselves. But little did I know that the whole world would start seeing my videos. And what type of videos was I creating? So I was creating educational style videos on TikTok and Instagram. So just like this, with me at the bottom and share my screen on the top and give real life examples of how we could leverage AI for marketing and to grow our business. And one thing you'll notice as well, if you look at the time of this video, how long this video was. This video is actually 6 minutes and 30 seconds long. So I was creating some short, some long form videos, but in vertical format. And as I mentioned, my videos started getting attraction from around the world. So pretty soon people started asking me, hey, do you do AI coaching and consulting? I never did AI coaching and consulting. And I mentioned to them, okay, I don't do AI coaching and consulting, but if you want, I can do it. And the best part, everybody started saying yes. I say, yes, we want you to do coaching and consulting for us. So I started doing coaching and consulting. So pretty soon I was addressing CEOs, I was addressing marketing teams. I even had a billionaire ask me for advice on AI. And now all this was happening really quickly. And through my content, I was actually invited to speak at an event in Miami. Now, remember, this is all happening so fast. I just started creating some videos, and a few months later, people now from around the world start asking me for AI coaching and consulting. So I moved now from a digital marketing agency owner to doing coaching and consulting, and from only working in South Africa to now working around the world. And now I get this call telling me that they want me to speak at an event in Miami. So I was still skeptical. I'm thinking hey, whether this is legit, because now they're telling me to send me over my passport. And I did some research on the person who requested this from me, but I still wasn't sure. So I mentioned to him, I said, no, I want to bring my wife as well, because now he mentioned he'll pay for me, he'll pay for my ticket, etc., accommodation, to come over to speak in Miami. And because I was still skeptical, I said, no, I want to bring my wife as well. And I left it like that because, as I mentioned, I was still skeptical. So I left it for a few days, and he comes back and he says, okay, send me your wife's passport as well. We'll pay for her as well. So now I'm thinking, okay, now this is maybe serious now. So then I'm telling him, but I've got another problem. I don't have a visa. And you tell me to come speak at your event, and it's like under a month's time. I don't think I'll be able to get a visa in that time. So he says, no, don't worry. He'll give me a letter, or he'll send the letter to the embassy as well, telling me that he's inviting me over. So now the problem is, in South Africa, to get a visa to go to USA is that it's a long process. First, you have to go for an interview to the embassy. Then they'll tell you whether you're accepted or not. Now, luckily, I managed to get an interview in another city, like with just like 2 weeks left before the event. We went there. They already had the letter from the embassy, so they knew everything. And thankfully, they gave both my wife and I 10-year visas. So
10-year visas, very
I've
nice.
So now I've got my visa, but what they do is they tell you you're approved, but they take your visa away because they take your passport away, sorry, because they have to put your visa into the passport. And they say that they'll post it to you in a few days' time. Now, still, I'm worried because, like, the next week, I'm supposed to be leaving. So, thankfully, my visa or our visas came through a few days before our flight. And we managed to get to America. And while the guy who invited me, Terrence McMahon, he asked me, "You're going to be landing in New York. Have you been to New York?" I said to him, "No, I've never been to the States before." He says, "Do you want to spend a few nights in New York?" I said, "Sure, I'd love to do that." So he actually booked us, I think, 3 or 4 nights in Times Square. So I got to see Times Square, stayed there for a few nights. But now I've got another problem. With all this happening, the biggest problem is I've never spoken in front of people in my life. That's the most important thing. That's why I'm going there. So I said, okay, never mind. I'm already here now. I've already said yes. I'm in America. I started preparing and stuff. Hopefully this thing will go well. And then I spoke at my first event in Orlando, which was a private mastermind. About 30 people were there. And then a week after that, I spoke at an event, a public event in Miami. There were a few hundred people there as well. I think almost 1,000 with the Zoom attendees as well. And that went well. And since then, I've spoken at events in Orlando, in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale. I've spoken in San Diego, in Dallas, and I've actually been to America 4 times in the past 2 years just to speak about AI. And remember, all of this started just from a small town in South Africa, just by creating some videos. And I have had the honor and the privilege of speaking with some of the biggest names in America. I don't know if any of you guys know who this is. This is John Assaraf. So he's really big in neuromarketing. I've had the privilege of sharing a stage with him. I work with him currently with his mastermind, where I do coaching and consulting for them as well. There's Roland Frazier. I had the privilege of sharing a stage with him. Terrence McMahon, the guy who initially invited me to Miami. I've worked with him. I've spoken on stage with him a few times. Ted McGrath, I've spoken on stage with him. And this was actually from my last trip to America. This was in San Diego. And this was from April. I came back to South Africa in May. But here, as you can see, for this mastermind, I was sharing the stage with John Assaraf, with Roland Frazier. And I got to meet people and business owners that are doing like $10 to $100 million businesses. Right. And now I'm coming from a small town in South Africa, and now I'm addressing them. And as I said, now I'm working with them for the whole year, where I'm doing coaching and consulting for his mastermind group. And all of this started from a small town in South Africa, and just from posting free organic content. And through my content, I've also been featured in publications like Yahoo Finance, Dubai Daily, Business Insider, Financial Post, and many other publications as well. And one thing I want people to take away from, especially regarding TikTok, because many people feel like, TikTok, it's only for teenagers dancing and singing. And they also feel that videos on TikTok have a very short lifespan. Now, in this example, I want you to have a look at the date that this video was published. So this video was published on the 27th of the 8th month, 2023. Right? So that's like almost 2 years ago. But the great thing about this video and why I'm highlighting it is because till today, this video still brings me leads. So even if you go currently, you can look at this video. It's regarding Facebook ads with ChatGPT. Till today, people still comment on this video. And that's where I think people are missing an opportunity with TikTok. Because remember, what's happening now with social media is these platforms are now acting like search engines.
Mm.
Because people are still going to Google, but they're also searching on TikTok and Instagram. And now this video of mine actually shows up in search. And another thing, if you go to this video, I want you to have a look at the caption on that video. And you will notice how long that caption is. And I do that intentionally because I add in SEO to the caption of the video. So it's related to the video and it helps to show up in the TikTok algorithm and the Instagram algorithm as well. And here I'm highlighting somebody specifically. This is a brain concussion specialist. He's a PhD. This is Dr. Brody Miller. And he has a huge following online. But now why I'm highlighting him is this is a personal client of mine, a private coaching client of mine that came from TikTok. So this is a high ticket coaching client of mine that came from TikTok. And the communication happened on TikTok. We started messaging each other. It then went on to WhatsApp, and then he became a client. I have many use cases and many examples like that, but I'm just highlighting this just to also emphasize the fact that there's also high ticket clients that you could land from TikTok. Because my first speaking engagement, Terence McMahon, he actually found me on TikTok. And that's how he reached out to me and then he invited me. Here I'm showing you a real life example of someone who is an authority in his industry. And he found me on TikTok and we started communicating on TikTok and he eventually became a paying client of mine. So TikTok can also help with high-paying opportunities as well. But I want to share my motivation with you guys. So I have 2 children. My son is 14. He'll be 15 in a few months. And my daughter's 8. But when my son was growing up, he started speaking. I noticed he started using my wife's last name. I don't know if anybody's a dad, yeah, but so it kind of hurts now. Now your son now, and he wants to use. There's nothing wrong in my tradition, but now he wants to use my wife's last name, so that it hurts. So now I said, now what can I do now? Because if I'm going to reprimand him and force him to take my last name, it might make him more stubborn. So then I said, okay, now I need to do something with my life and with my name to make him proud so that he will take my last name on his own. And that was actually something that I used as a motivation for myself. And that's why you'll notice that my channel is actually called Asmal Digital. Asmal being my last name, Digital. It used to be Design It, which was my agency name. But then I changed it. And one of the reasons I did that was just so that I could be, or I could use that to make my son proud so that he will want to use my last name. And luckily that worked. And now he is proud of it. And now he proudly uses my last name. But I just wanted to share that with you on what I use as my motivation.
Yeah, nice.
And another thing I want to share with you guys is, you know, with the new algorithms with social media, followers mean nothing. And in the screenshot, I'm using an example of this creator. Honestly, I don't know who she is. I just did an AI search on the most popular creators with very little video views, and this showed up. So it's not I'm not personally calling her out or anything. I just did the search with AI. But you'll notice that she has like 197,000 followers. But can you see her video views? She's getting like 800 video views, others a few thousand video views. And now for someone that has 197,000 followers, those video views are pretty low. And what this tells us is that followers don't mean anything anymore. And this is all thanks to the TikTok algorithm.
Do you think in a case like this is a person who's bought followers? Because there are various sites you can buy followers from and stuff like that. So they're all just paid followers just to try and bump
Yes.
that front number up. And people think it's important, but yeah, it
Yeah,
never
yeah,
translates
that
into
could
views
be
and dollars.
that could be true as well. Yeah, 100%. That could be true as well. But even I know personally of many creators that have large followings that actually didn't buy their followers and that were getting lots of views, and then now they're not getting any views anymore. And one thing I have noticed is that the content has changed. So what tends to happen is sometimes people become lazy as well. You know, they get that exposure, they get lots of followers, and then they tend to take it easy a little bit. It happened to me for a little while. So I know the feeling. And then that actually shows in your video views.
Are you
Because
just
the
talking
great
about the
thing about,
quality of the content? Is that what you're getting at here?
yes, yeah, the quality of the content. Because the great thing about social media today is you could have 0 followers, but publish some great content that's engaging, educational, entertaining as well. And you could get thousands or millions of views. And because TikTok's algorithm is not based on how many followers you have.
Mm.
And if you noticed, since TikTok became popular, Facebook came up with Facebook Reels, Instagram has Instagram Reels, YouTube came out with YouTube Shorts, LinkedIn now has vertical videos, Pinterest has vertical videos, even Twitter, X has vertical videos. But besides just having vertical videos, they actually changed their algorithms as well, where it's not so much follower and subscriber focused. Because if they didn't do that, they would have got left behind because people were flocking to TikTok because that algorithm was actually showing them things that they wanted to see. And I
Is
don't know
there,
if you guys noticed.
is there a way, Mohammed, with TikTok that you can look? Because to me, from the outside the surface here, just looking at this lady's videos,
Yeah.
seems to have all the elements. She's got a nice little caption. I'm assuming she's got automated subtitles and all that looking through them. So it looks quite nice on the surface here. But how would you look at TikTok and say, oh, this is content that's doing well versus content that isn't, and then decipher how you're going to what's the word? Create your content based on what's going to work.
That's a great question. And if you go to TikTok, there's something called Creator Search Insights. All right. Anyone can do this. You go onto your TikTok, you click on the search, and you type in creator search insights, right? It'll look something like this. You just click on view. You click on view, then you add in your topic, and it'll actually show you trending videos in your niche or based on your profile as well.
Is
It'll
that
tell
only
you
is that only available on the mobile app, or can you do that on the?
it's only available on the mobile app, unfortunately. On desktop, I've tried it, but I can't find it.
Okay.
It only works on the
I do not
mobile
have
app.
TikTok on my mobile because I refuse to be sucked into another social media platform.
Yeah, that's true. And one thing also that you to keep in mind is if you don't have the app and you try and post from a third party app, you will notice that your views most of the time won't get the reach that it deserves. Whereas you post the exact same thing from your device on the app, it makes a difference. That's also something to keep in mind because what this will show you, it'll show you trending videos, but it'll also show you something called a content gap. So it's telling you where there's opportunities for you to create content on TikTok. Now, another great tool that you can use is you could now find these trending videos and what's working. You could download those videos and then upload it to Google's AI Studio. Now, why am I mentioning Google's AI Studio? Because currently, Google's Gemini is the only LLM that has this feature where you could upload a video and ask it to analyze the video. So every other platform, because you can upload videos to ChatGPT, for example, it'll actually give you a summary if you ask it for a summary of a video, but it's not actually watching the video. It's just transcribing that video and giving you a summary of the transcription, which is completely different to actually watching the video. And Google Gemini has this feature, and it's the only LLM that has it. And in AI Studio, you get this feature for free. So you could upload trending videos there and ask it to summarize and analyze these videos and tell you what's working and what's not from these videos. And then based on that, give you a script. So that's a content framework that you could use. And those are all just using free tools because, as I mentioned, the TikTok creator search insights is free, and then AI Studio from Google is free as well. It's a really powerful tool as well.
Good tips.
Now, I'm sharing all of this with you guys, right? This journey, etc., because honestly, I'm being really honest here. If I can do this, anyone can do it, right? Because I'm naturally an introvert, but now I'm getting to speak on stages and travel the world just because of social media and just because of AI. And honestly, as I'm saying this, if I can do it, anyone can. And I don't know who said this, but someone much smarter than me said, imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction.
Yeah.
So if you take away anything from this call, I want you to take away taking action, which is the most important thing, because we can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you're not taking action, it's pointless.
Yeah, we do that every week with our webinars and our videos, and I do videos all the time, and I'm definitely a one shoot, get it out there type of video, and I don't even go back and watch them. I just like run through them and put them out because otherwise I could spend hours going through making the perfect video and editing it and doing all that. You can see, I mean, I still use like little I what do you call them, like iPod
Headphones.
plug-in
Yeah.
things. I don't even have a great mic and everything set up, and I've been doing that for a long time. I think we've done about 50 webinars now like this, and we get amazing feedback and results from people on that, and it brings us leads and content all the time. So I think that is definitely a key for people. It's like they're concerned about making videos and being perfect on screen and not stumbling or not umming or ahhing. And I don't think you need to worry
Yeah.
about that. Like, go and do it. You'll only get better at the end of the day. The first video you do will probably be the worst video ever, and they'll only get better from there.
100%. 100%.
There's
And
sorry,
just
before we
like
go on,
anything in life.
there's a quick question from Fazana. I'm sorry, Matt, if I'm butchering your name there. Fazana is asking just what's an LLM? So for those that don't know, do you want to explain what an LLM is? I guess there might be some other people that
So, so an LLM is a large language model. And put simply, it's a machine learning model that can understand and comprehend human language text. Initially, it was only text, but now we can actually understand and generate human language text. Now you can generate and comprehend images, videos, and audio as well. So, Farzan, I hope that answers your question. And an example of an LLM basically is ChatGPT. They have their own LLM. Then you have Claude. They have their own LLM. Gemini have their own. X, Twitter, they have their own. So that basically is what an LLM is.
Thanks, Matt.
And the great thing is,
sorry, Matt,
another
Tassar in here. This is it's beautiful. He can vouch for you, Mohammed. So I don't know if you know Tassar, but he's vouching for you in the comments there, mate. It says imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction.
Great, thanks, appreciate it. And the great thing is that, we are not too late. We may feel that we are too late, but I would actually argue that this may be the best time to actually get into AI, because all these AI tools have advanced so much, because it has become so much easier to use. Previously, we had to master prompting, and we had to get through so many hoops, and they had so many less features. But now we've got so many advanced features. So it may be the best time to actually get into AI. So remember that you are not too late. And I can actually prove to you that you have been using AI for years, just that you haven't realized it. I may be showing my age here, but how many of you guys remember the BlackBerry?
Yep. Your QWERTY keyboard on a mobile phone.
But even if you don't remember the BlackBerry, if you used any smartphone, but this feature initially came out with the BlackBerry, but BlackBerry came out with a feature which was predictive text. So how did your mobile phone know what word to predict next? So put simply, that was a form of machine learning. That was a form of AI. Not as sophisticated as what we have now, but it was actually a form of AI. And most of us or all of us definitely have used that feature, predictive text. Sometimes we hate it, but we have used it. And in fact, the first official AI tool was actually recorded in 1950. So AI has been around for years. It's just that when ChatGPT came out and became popular, then AI became mainstream. But AI tools have actually been around for years, and 1950 is a pretty long time. And I want to share with you 3 simple steps to mastering AI. And it's really simple, that anyone can do. And you don't need to have a qualification for this. You don't need to be a marketer. You don't need to be a coder. all you need to do is just these three simple steps. Number one is communication. So you need to understand how to communicate with the AI. Because once you can understand that, then you can get the AI to do anything that you want. Number two is you need to have good judgment. Now, what do I mean by good judgment? Because remember, the AI is not going to give you a correct answer all the time. So that's when your judgment comes in and your own knowledge comes in. You need to be able to differentiate between what's good and what's not, because it could give you rubbish, and then you take that and you run with that. You're actually going to be creating a bad impression for yourself, your brand, and your business. So you need to have good judgment. And the third one, which might be the most important one, is you need to avoid shiny object syndrome. So what do I mean by that as well? Avoiding shiny object syndrome, there are tons of AI tools out there. And it's impossible, even though I'm like in the AI weeds all the time, checking out and testing new tools, I cannot test every single tool out there. And the normal person definitely cannot try every single tool out there. And there are so many tools, and if we even try to do that, we're going to miss our objective, which is we want to leverage AI to actually grow our business or grow our brand. But if we're going to be chasing the latest AI tool, that's never going to happen. So we need to focus on the tools that we currently have at our disposal, master those first before going on to other AI tools. So 3 simple steps. Number 1, communication. Number 2, good judgment. And number 3, avoiding shiny object syndrome. Master these 3 things and you will become a master at AI. Now, there's also another common frustration. I get this all the time. People say, I can't get good results with AI. But remember, the results that you get from AI is only as good as your prompts. Now, this word prompt as well. Sometimes people become afraid of it. But it's simply just the instructions that you are giving the AI in order to get the results that you are looking for. And here again, I'm going to share with you a simple 4-step prompt framework. So number 1 is a role. So you want to tell it what you want it to be. For example, you want it to be a digital marketer. Number 2 is a task. What do you want it to do? You need to be specific. Tell it what you want it to do. Number 3 is a goal. What are you trying to achieve by doing this task? And number 4, which is the most important one, is asking the AI to ask you any clarifying questions in order for you to get the best possible outcome. Now, I'm going to share with you an example here. So number 1, we're saying role, right? So I'm saying you are a digital marketer. Now, by just saying you are a digital marketer, that's also being rather broad, because digital marketing could be lots of factors in digital marketing. So if you are more specific and say you specialize in creating authority building content strategies, now you're giving it a role and a speciality. And number 2, a task. So your task is you wanted to design a 30-day content plan that a solopreneur can execute without a team. That's a task. Step 3 is your goal. My goal is to increase brand recognition, drive online sales, attract loyal customers, and become the authority in my industry. Now, with those first 3 steps, I'm being really specific, but I'm also missing out on a lot of stuff. So that's where this 4th step becomes key. Now I'm saying, please ask me any clarifying questions in order for us to get the best possible outcome. Now, what is that going to do? Now, we are allowing the AI to ask us questions. So, for example, it will come back to us and say, even though this prompt is really detailed, I didn't mention my business name. I didn't mention my target audience. I didn't mention any service that I'm trying to promote, etc. So the AI will now come back to me and ask me these clarifying questions. And then if I answer those questions, my results are going to be so much better. They're going to be so much more customized and tailored to what I want and what I need as well. So adding this last step, which is the questions in any prompt that you are using, is going to enhance your results immediately. So it's a simple 4-step prompt framework. And if we all leverage this, we can get better results immediately with AI. And the most important thing, as I mentioned, is we want to learn how to communicate with the AI. So we will need to go back and forth with it, because remember, it currently doesn't have any feelings, right? As yet. So if we don't like something, we need to tell it, I don't like this, change this or change that, whatever it is. We need to go back and forth until we get the results that we are looking for. Because remember, with AI, it's like having an intelligent A-grade employee by your side 24/7. We could actually argue that we could actually have multiple AI employees by our side 24/7. And that is true as well. And we want to leverage that. I don't know if there are any football or soccer followers on this call. Great, Carlos. So, Carlos, do you know who this guy on the screen is?
Of course, Fabrizio Romano.
Perfect, right? That's great. Now, why am I highlighting him? Right? Carlos, you'll know this. You recognized him immediately. He is a one-man team, and he has over 100 million followers. And what does he do? He's a sports journalist, so a soccer or football journalist. He talks about transfers. And he's become so popular and so reputable that people will actually wait for him to announce something before even like ESPN or your Sky Sports or any of the major sports channels. He actually has more followers than them as well. And I'm highlighting him just to show you the impact that social media can have, because he grew his following just from social media. And he's one person that now has become the authority in his industry just by leveraging social media. And the reason I'm emphasizing this again, we all can do this. We all have the opportunity. He is one man that did this, and now he's more popular than all the major sporting channels. So we all have the opportunity to do this. And now with AI, this has become so much easier. But the key with AI is, using one AI tool is great, but when we can leverage multiple AI tools together, that is when we can see the true power of AI. And I'm going to show you a few examples here, because with AI now, if you are not comfortable in front of camera, I'm going to show you some other examples where we can leverage AI. And basically, I want to take away all of your excuses. So firstly, number one, I would say the best content to create is with you personally on video, on camera. That's going to be the best content. But if you are not comfortable in front of camera, I'm going to show you methods and ways that you can use AI to show up in front of camera. Just like initially when I started this call, I showed you videos of me. I cloned myself. So we can create image clones with FreePic. We could then turn those images into videos. We can clone our voice with 11 Labs. We could do video clones like the one I showed you initially was with HeyGen. We could create AI videos with Google's Veo 3, which is a new trending AI video generator that just today got a huge update. We could leverage that. And I'm going to show you how to easily edit. You can easily edit these videos with captions. And I'm going to show you some real life examples here. So this image, this is of me in New York. Gary has seen these images
Yeah,
before,
I watch you walk through
right?
the streets of New York, mate.
This is AI generated. It's not me. But now I generated this in FreePic, but then I converted this into a video. So can you see? This looks hyper realistic, but it's not actually me. I could go even further and I'll make myself into Superman if I like, right? And I could then make myself fly if I like as well. And all through the power of AI. But now these are great party tricks, right? But we want to see actual use cases and methods of how we can use this
347
in our business, right? So I created this video and hopefully I can
$347 a month
pause
for
this.
iMessage integration. Are you
So this is one of the videos that I created with VO3. Gary, you sent me a script.
Yeah.
I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this custom GPT with you guys. So I use the custom GPT to generate the prompts, and then I prompt it in VO3. And I want you to take a listen and have a look at this.
$347 a month for iMessage integration? Are you serious right now?
No A2P, no $300 bills. This is wild.
Took me 3 minutes. Works instantly. Worth it.
You don't need to spend hundreds. Get iMessage in your CRM for $29. And guess what? It's 50% off this month.
That was created with VO3.
That's cool.
Now imagine how much that would have costed us previously, or how much time that would have taken us. I just did this yesterday in less than an hour, I think. And I added in some text over it and Gary's logo as well. But that was done with VO3. So this is the custom GPT that I'm going to share with you guys. Gary is familiar with it. You just give it some info about your business, what you're trying to achieve, and it'll give you some prompts, and it'll give you also a script implementation plan. And you can just copy those prompts and then head over to Google's VO3 and generate these videos. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are using Google Workspace. So are you guys paying for Google Workspace by any chance?
Yep, absolutely we are.
Right. So do you know Google VO3 firstly is really expensive, right? But do you know if you have a Google Workspace plan, you can create unlimited VO3 videos? I haven't received any restrictions as yet. Most people, they don't know how to access VO3 because it's expensive. You can only access it via Gemini. But if you go in your Google Apps and if you are a Google Workspace user, you will notice a feature called Vids. If you go there, you will notice on the top right-hand side, you can then select your model and you can select Google VO3 and you can create unlimited videos. As I said, I've created so many videos. I have never had a restriction so far. So I don't know what's the limit, but I haven't received any restrictions so far. And this comes with your standard Google Workspace account. So I'm not paying anything extra for this. So this is an easy way to access Google VO3. Now I mentioned images as well, right? So in FreePic, which is the tool that I mentioned, they have something called a character feature. So you could actually feed it your character, which is how I created that image of me in New York and as Superman. But now I can create service or product related images of myself. So here in this example, I'm just talking about blue bubbles. So I generated these images. I generated many of them with FreePic's character feature. And then I can actually turn those images into videos, just like I have done here. Because even this image, I used it on my own social media when promoting or talking about this call that I'm going to be on. And it was created in FreePic. So I could now create this image in a few minutes. I don't need to do a photo shoot, etc. I have the power of doing this just from FreePic. Are you still paying hundreds of dollars per month just to text leads? Well, you can get a real iMessage for just $29 with my CRM SIM. No A2P, and it's half off this month only. Now, this is a video created in HeyGen, right? So that's not me, that's my AI avatar. But one thing I want to highlight and show you here, I'm going to play you the exact same video, but look at the difference, right? Are you still paying hundreds of dollars per month just to text leads? Well, you can get a real iMessage for just $29 with my CRM SIM. No A2P, and it's half off this month only. The exact same video, just that the second one had some editing. And that's the key. When you're creating AI avatar videos, you don't want to just use the video that HeyGen gives you or whatever platform you're using to create the video. Once you add some editing to it, what it does is it actually takes away the viewer's attention from looking at, the lip sync or the movement, etc. And that's where you will get better results, because now it's looking like a real video. And I did this honestly with one click using the Captions app.
Most CRM texts to iPhones show up green, but that means they're just SMS, not real iMessages. Therefore, your leads might ignore them. Use my CRM SIM to send actual iMessages from Go High Level. No Twilio, no A2P, just blue bubbles.
But this video was created in HeyGen, right? I created the audio separately, and that I'm going to share with you as well, right? But have a look at this now.
Most CRM texts to iPhones show up green, but that means they're just SMS, not real iMessages. Therefore, your leads might ignore them. Use my CRM SIM to send actual iMessages from Go High Level. No Twilio, no A2P, just blue bubbles.
Exact same video, just with some editing. And again, yeah, one-click editing. I didn't hire a video editor to do that editing, add those captions, add all those B-roll. One click. If I wanted to take my time and do it even better, I could have. But I'm just showing you the one-click results.
Most CRM texts to iPhones.
So is Captions similar to Opus Clip? Is it the same?
Different. I know Opus Clip does have the add B-roll feature, but I found that Captions is much better at it. Right? And they have other features in there as well. So it's quicker, and besides being quicker, but I found the results better. I'll actually show you some results with Opus Clip at the end, but these were results with Captions, and you can be the judge and tell me which one was better.
Most CRM texts to iPhones show up green, but that means they're just SMS, not real iMessages. Therefore, your leads might ignore them. Use my CRM SIM to send actual iMessages from Go High Level. No Twilio, no A2P, just blue bubbles.
Now, this video and the previous video with Batman, those were done with HeyGen's new feature, which is Avatar 4, where you could actually generate these videos just from a single image. So you just upload a single image, paste in your script, or upload your audio if you like, and generate. And this technology is just getting better and better. Because remember, this is the worst that this is ever going to be. And the sooner we embrace it and learn this technology, the better for us as well. And as I mentioned, this was done using HeyGen, and the editing was done using Captions. So Captions.ai, and this feature, which is the AI video editor, and it says watch as AI edits your videos for you. This is not there is a free plan, but the AI edits is not part of that free plan, but you can get this for $10 per month. But just one thing to keep in mind, this AI edit feature only works for videos under a minute long. So anything longer than a minute, you'll have to cut it up and do them separately. Now, I mentioned also that the voice is critical because we could use HeyGen for everything, but what ends up happening is the voice will sound robotic, and then it affects the quality of the video. Whereas if you upload an audio from 11 Labs, so you can use 11 Labs to clone your own voice, which I do. I clone my own voice with 11 Labs, or you could just use the many voices that they have with multiple different expressions and accents, etc., and languages as well. So 11 Labs is a great tool when you're thinking about doing voice. You're looking at me, but it's not really me. This voice cloned with 11 Labs. This video made with HeyGen while the real me was drinking coffee. Now, if you'll excuse me, my clone's got another video to shoot. This as well, this is a voice from 11 Labs, not me speaking. You're looking at me, but it's not really me. This voice cloned with 11 Labs. This video made with HeyGen while the real me was drinking coffee. Now, if you'll excuse me, my clone's got another video to shoot. That's again now completely.
Seems like 11 Labs is doing a lot better now with the accents as well, isn't it? Because a while ago it wasn't so great with that.
Yeah. So another thing to keep in mind with 11 Labs, they have two features when it comes to cloning your voice. One is an instant clone, which is terrible. It's not worth it at all. And the second option is a professional voice clone. Now, the professional voice clone is more expensive. It's on the higher plan, I think, which is like $22 per month. And the other option is like, I think, part of the $5 plan. But as I said, it's terrible. It's not worth it, even doing that instant clone, because it sounds very robotic. Mm-hmm. In order to get a good quality voice clone with 11 Labs, you will need the $22 plan. So just keep in mind that's a professional one. Now, you mentioned Opus Clip, right? So they have this feature also of doing an AI edit with one click where it adds in the B-roll. So this video, I'm going to show you now a video that was edited with Opus instead of caption. You're looking at me, but it's not really me. This voice cloned with 11 Labs. This video made with HeyGen while the real me was drinking coffee. Now, if you'll excuse me, my clone's got another video to shoot. It's also good, but I personally feel that captions is better. But you do have that option to do B-roll with Opus Clip as well. You're looking at me, but it's not really me. This voice cloned with 11 Labs. This video made with HeyGen while the real me was drinking coffee. Now, if you'll excuse me, my clone's got another video to shoot. Now, here again, you can see not only vertical videos, you could actually create vertical videos as well. So this is a horizontal, but you can also create vertical and horizontal videos as well. Right? This again done in HeyGen with their clone feature. And how does this work? You just upload like more than 2 minutes of footage of yourself speaking. So in this instance, it was with me speaking while I'm sitting. In the previous videos, it was me actually walking in those scenes. So what I did when I was in Miami, I just shot some footage of me walking in Miami, walking in San Diego, walking in Dallas, and I uploaded that to HeyGen, and I created AI clones of myself. This was with me sitting in my office, but the key thing to remember here as well is you don't want your hand movements to be overly exaggerated, because what tends to happen is then your clone moves its hands at the wrong times. So you want to have a little hand movement, but not too much. And that's what actually makes a good clone. But you will actually see they have tutorials when you're creating your clone and tell you exactly what types of videos to upload. So you just need to upload footage of you that's more than 2 minutes long. Then upload your own audio via 11 Labs which is the best. You can just text in that, and that's how you can create these videos. And here's another video, the same video edited with Opus Clip. You're looking at me, but it's not really me. This voice cloned with 11 labs. This video made with HeyGen while the real me was drinking coffee. Now, if you'll excuse me, my clones got another video to shoot. But yeah, again, with the captions and stuff happening, it actually takes the attention away from the viewers so that they concentrate more on the video and not on your lip sync.
Welcome back to Babble and Purr podcast.
Now, we also can use this for entertainment purposes as well. So I want to show you an example of this video that was created in HeyGen.
Welcome back to Babble and Purr podcast. I'm your host, the tiny human with crumbs in my hair. Today's guest is the living throw pillow that hisses. Hi, cat.
I was napping. Make it quick.
Why, do you stare at walls?
Waiting for portals. Mind your own business, diaper boy.
Speaking of diapers, mine's full. Where do you handle your, deposits?
Private box. I bury, you marinate.
Professional move. Last question. Life advice for newbies?
Nap hard, scratch first, apologize never.
Deep stuff. Okay, I'm seconds from meltdown. Thanks, cat.
Send fish, lose the rattle, bye.
Catch us next time.
Now, that was created from HeyGen. So I uploaded an image of the baby, gave it a script, I uploaded the cat, gave it a script, and then I put them both together using a video editor. And that's how that video was created. And if you look online, you'll see those styles of videos or those type of videos are getting millions of views. And the truth is that those that leverage AI will be successful, and those that don't will be left behind. And that is the reality. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on all my socials. It's just at Asmal Digital. The most important thing is I want you guys to take action. If you guys have any questions,
thank you,
I'm
mate.
happy to.
There's one question in the chat there. Mohammed did ask a little while ago. What was the name of that feature you talked about earlier? It's available only on TikTok and mobile, but not on the desktop.
It's called Creator Search Insights.
Creator Search Insights. Cool. Thank you, Matt. I just want to make sure we cover off, because you went through a lot of stuff there as well. And the main things, the tools that people want to use for this. So I'm making some notes here because we could definitely do with some of this stuff and improving our video. I know that we're always ever improving, but we've got Free Pick for taking our image and turning that into a clone for a video, 11 Labs for our voice, HeyGen for making our video, and then you're recommending captions for the editing afterwards. That's the four main tools that you kind of recommended through there. Is that, did I pretty much get that right?
Yeah, and then Google's VO3 if you were to create other style of video, AI videos. But just remember, the problem with VO3 is there's a character consistency problem.
Yeah.
Where you cannot upload a image of yourself or video of yourself.
More for I'm not going to just say fun videos, but just stuff that you want to create. Basically, you can't create the videos like you were showing there with you talking or stuff like that.
Yes, you can't do that in VO3. But just today, just before we got on this call, they released a feature where we can reference images. I haven't tested that out, but I want to test it out and see how that works. But apparently it's only available on the Ultra plan, which is like $250 per month. So I'm just going to test it out and verify if that is correct.
I'm sure that'll be on your TikToks later.
Yeah, I will have that.
Now, I know you had a couple of things to share as well, some freebies to share, because we talked about that prompting and you gave the 4 steps to it there about setting your role and the task and the outcomes and the questions to ask as well. But you've created you touched on it really quickly earlier, but you've got some really cool GPTs, custom GPTs written that will actually help people to do a lot of these things, to create their scripts and so on. So do you want to share those with people?
Perfect. So just for Farzana, the recording will be on YouTube, am I right, Gary?
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube and it'll be in our group, and we can put if you could put the links maybe in the chat, and then we'll put the actual links. Camilla will grab the links from there, and we'll actually put the links with the videos as well.
Okay, perfect. So Farzana, there will be a recording, and Shimon, you remind us what is the feature or only available in AI Studio with analyzing videos. So that's actually where you can upload a video and ask it to analyze the visuals of the video. Right? I'll actually show that to you just now so you can see what I'm talking about. But with regards to these custom GPTs, I've shared it in the chat.
Thank you, mate.
And get this off my screen. Okay, no worries. But one of them, the first one is the VO3. So all you need to do with this, if you click on start, right? Or just say, hey, oh, my keyboard. Just give me a second here. Okay, there's it, I'm back. Okay, so if I just say start or hey, now it's going to say ready to create some killer VO3 video ad prompts. Now it's going to ask you some clarifying questions. And now this is key. You want to answer them as best as possible. So it's asking you regarding your business basics. What's your business type? What's your product or service? Do you have a website? Offering framework? Now, just for the sake of time, I'm just going to say it's my CRM and iMessage feature. So I'm just going to speed this up, and I'm just going to say take all this info from this landing page, right? And I'm going to paste that landing page in, and I want you to see what it's going to do. So basically it's going to read that page, then it's going to answer that for us, right? And now it's asking me business, it's asking me that. What's the value bomb? Say answer these questions automatically. And the value bomb is 50% off, for example, right? So now it's done that for me. Now it's created this profile, and now it's going to generate the scripts for us, which is what we want. And it says next, I'll build your campaign concept and VO3 prompt storyboard in sequence. And so it's giving me the campaign concept, the goal of the campaign, promote my CRM's iMessage integration with a clear cost saving, ease of use. And then it gives me now the prompts for each scene. Now, all I need to do here is just now copy this. Obviously, you want to make sure that it is correct. Then you want to go to your VO3, wherever you're generating these videos. So I did mention that in Gmail, they have this feature where you can access VO3. So I'm just going to access that just to show you quickly
maybe on
what
a
I mean.
different screen there, mate. Oh, you bring it over.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I just realized that, right? So this is in VO3. And then I'm going to click on turn ideas into video clips. And here I'm going to select VO3 on the right-hand side.
Oh, wow.
Then paste in that prompt. Right? And then paste in that prompt. And then simply click on create.
I love this because we're using AI to create AI videos.
Exactly.
I make these
right?
with my son just for fun. Like we sit there, not using your thing, but we sit there and whatever ideas he's got, we use VO3 and we just churn out some videos of mostly wolves and zombies fighting each other at the moment. Seems to be the main thing on his mind, but it's good fun.
Yeah. So now this will give you like your scene one, the frustration. So it's following a storyboard basically, but with the ultimate goal of promoting your product. and it'll give you implementation notes, value bomb placements, and then it'll ask you if you want any alternate versions for the SMS or WhatsApp plan next. Right?
Incredible.
But with this, keep in mind also you'll have to read over all these prompts, make sure it's what you're looking for.
Every damn message costs me, and it still gets blocked. Every damn message costs me, and it still gets blocked.
Now we managed to get this in a few seconds.
Every damn message.
Think about how long this would have taken us previously to create something like this. So it's a great starting point. But what I would say is, if you add editing to this, it's going to make it so much better. I don't suggest just taking whatever it's giving you initially. Add some video editing to it. It will make it better. But remember, as I mentioned earlier, imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction. So if you're going to wait for the video editing, if that's going to be too time consuming, you rather just put something out. It's better than nothing. Right? So that's the first custom GPT, which is the VO Studio. The second one that I'm going to share with you is, this is called Accelerator Ad Gen. Basically what this one is going to do, similar, it's going to ask you some clarifying questions, right? But what this is going to do, it's going to give you a prompt to use in Freepik with your own character. So can you see the third question? It's asking me, what's your LoRa trigger word or model name? So I can just say I am promoting, and then I can paste in this iMessage. And I'll say my model name is at. But before we go on, is anybody using custom GPTs? Are people on here using custom GPTs?
God, I hope so. If they're not,
yeah,
we use them all the time. For us, we've got ones that create our webinar content for us, or our webinar descriptions, for doing SMS.
Yeah, it's
all our
amazing.
marketing posts. Yeah.
And did you know about this feature? Because funnily enough, I get privileged enough to be training people around the world, and lots of them pay for custom for ChatGPT, and they don't even know about this feature. So do you know, if you type in the @ symbol, this now allows you to bring in other custom GPTs into this chat thread. So now you can use multiple ChatGPT or custom GPTs, in one chat thread. So just by adding in the @ symbol, this allows you to do that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's gold.
I did not know that.
It's an amazing feature. And as I said, just like how you guys, I'm shocked when I'm training people and they tell me they don't know about it, because it's so powerful. Think about this now. You could have like one custom GPT doing one thing, and you can call on them. So if I, example, just call in this one, now I'm in the same chat, but I'm using a different custom GPT, and I can change that as I'm going on. All in one chat.
It's using the previous history, so it's got all that reference.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So you can use multiple custom GPTs in one chat thread, and that's what I love, and that's what makes this so much more powerful for myself and my team as well. Right, so now it's asking me who's my ideal. I'll just say automatically answer these, but I just want to show you what this is going to do. So it says auto-fill, style recommendation, and here's the prompt, right? So the main prompt, so now all I need to do here is copy this prompt. Now you will notice I'm going to go into Freepik. I'm going to go into images. I'm going to paste in this prompt, but you'll notice it started off in this prompt. It's starting off with @ASmiledigital. So that's my character name. So it's adding that. And now in Freepik, what I love about FreePic is I get to choose from different AI image models. So I get to choose Mystique, I get to choose Google's ImageGen, Flux, all of their Flux models, Seedream, Ideogram, ChatGPT version of images, the Runway, and even the Classic. But one thing to keep in mind, this character feature only works with Flux 1.0, so you can train styles and objects and characters. And the other one that it works with is with Mystique 2.5. All the other models, the character feature will not work. So I got that prompt, I pasted that in here, and can you see it generated this image for me? Right? Now, but another thing to keep in mind, not every generation is going to be accurate or is going to be good, right? So you're going to have to weed out the good ones and use only them, because it can do some crazy things. It can make you a female sometimes. It can do other things, create a completely different person. Like here, for example, right? Someone similar. So you just need to take out the best ones and use them. But with this now, it makes it easy for you to prompt FreePic to generate these style images. And then the third one that I want to share with you guys is this Accelerator Viral Script Alchemist. So I'm going to tell you what this is. This is going to help you to generate social media or TikTok or YouTube or Instagram style videos. And I'm going to share with you how I train this. So I'm going to say auto generate answers for this page. Just grab this again. And I'm going to share with you how I train this. So you guys are aware of South Park. So South Park, they storytelling is really good. And the creators of South Park are used their style of storytelling to generate scripts. So what this will do now is, you'll see, let me know what I have the style. So I'm going to say generate the scripts. It'll give us 3 versions of scripts here. It'll give us an input snapshot here. Now, the first one is a safe version. So it's going to give us a length of the script. It'll give us a hook, a story escalation, but therefore climax, resolution, and call to action. It'll even give us visual notes and captions to use as well, and hashtags. And then it'll actually grade each video script. So it'll give it a South Park score. Like example is saying the first version, casualty 8 out of 10, cultural relevance 6 out of 10, controversy or edge 2 out of 10, and speed potential 7 out of 10. So first it gives me a safe version, then it gives me an edgy version, and here again it'll give me a score, South Park score, and then lastly it'll give me a South Park version. Right? So it said they're charging you to send text you already paid for. A2P registration is like paying rent on your own house. But what if you just used your iPhone number to text from Go iLevel? That's what my CRM SIM does. And it works across iMessage and SMS. The carriers don't love it, which is exactly why you should try it. So basically what it's using now, a South Park controversy style in it. So you could just now use this as a script, then create that video in HeyGen or use it for yourself. You could actually speak out this video.
I'm going to use that for sure. That's great.
Right. So as I said, I trained this on South Park storytelling framework.
Beautiful.
And that's why now it's going to give you a South Park score, and it'll give you 3 different scripts, the save version. And now if you want to give it any other topic, you just give it any other topic and ask it to give you scripts for that as well. So basically, I'm trying to take away all of your excuses and make it as simple for you as possible to create content.
Love it. Absolutely love it, man. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. I hope everybody enjoys these because that's just gold. That's absolutely gold.
Yeah, and honestly, normally I just use this with my private coaching clients, but I'm sharing it with you guys as well.
Right, amazing. Mohammed says he's always hated South Park for their annoying storytelling style. LOL, but no denying the effectiveness of it. Yeah, you haven't got to love it. You just gotta like it if it works at the end of the day. Or like the results, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, and there's one more that I want to share with you guys. Let me just share this with you guys quickly. And I'm going to show you a real life example here. Hope I can find it now because short form. Right. So do you guys know who Jenny Hoyos is? Right. So I'm going to share this quickly with you. Let me just start the chat so it'll show up in my history. I'm going to show you who Jenny Hoyos is quickly. All right. Do we have a few minutes, Gary?
Yeah, sure, mate. Sorry, we've gone a fair bit over time actually, but yeah, this is great.
I know
stuff,
that.
so-
Sorry about that. I apologize for that.
No, it's all good.
Right. So Jenny Hoyos, this is her. She's a teenager. She has 9.33 million subscribers. She says that she can make anything go viral, and she has basically proved it as well. So if you go to her videos, you can see this one has 180 million, 84 million, 96 million, 84 million. More recent videos, you can see in her shorts, that's what she specializes in. See 500,000, 1.1 million, 1.9 million, 4.4 million, 11 million. So she's done it over and over again. Now, she did an interview with Marketing Against the Grain. So if you guys want to learn about AI, this is a great resource as well. Marketing Against the Grain. These are HubSpot guys, but there's good content in it, right? So what they did was they did an interview with her, Jenny Hoyos, with Marketing Against the Grain. So they did here's the interview, right? It was done over a year ago. So
Much
they did an
slower
interview with her, and she broke down the exact framework and what she does, like, frame by frame, or not frame by frame, I would say like the first 5 seconds, the first 10 seconds, etc. But a full breakdown of how she can make her videos go viral and get millions of views. So naturally, what I did was I took this video, transcribed it, and I took all the knowledge from that and created a custom GPT out of it, right? Which will actually give you these style videos. And I'm going to show you how I actually used it. I'm saying automatically generate this. I just want to use it as an example, right? So it's just auto-generating something. But as you can see here, what it's going to do now, it's going to give you a hook. It's going to give you context. It's going to give you exactly what she talks about, right? And I'm going to show you, I used this fairly recently on one of my videos, right? And I'll show you the results. So this video, is on Instagram. If you view the results, can you see it currently has 1 million, just over 1 million views following that strategy.
Is that prompt with the other ones that in that list?
No, I'm just going to add it. I forgot to add it. Let me add it in now. I'll add it in now. That's another short form video script. Get it here, copy that. I'm adding it to the same document here as well.
Amazing, mate. Thank you. That's such a great idea, though. Just what you did there as well, like transcribe the video, put it into GPT, create me a prompt from that.
Yeah.
It's like how, I mean, I can't even think back now to 12 months ago on the time it used to take me to do certain things, to, write a Facebook post, write a Zoom description, write this, write that, write emails, write an email to go out to the list about something, or, we're promoting a webinar. Now we've got to write emails about the webinar and the follow-up emails and the sequence and some text messages and so on and so forth, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just obscene the amount of stuff that we can get done now with these AI tools.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And this, I was talking about AI Studio. This is where you can upload videos, not just, there's many other features in here. That will be another episode on its own. You can do image generation from here, all for free. You can do screen sharing and so many other features. I love this tool and it's completely free. It's AI Studio from Google. You can even build apps right in here and completely free. So that's aistudio.google.com. I'm actually making a video on this now, just talking about some of the features. Hey, apologize for going over time, but I hope you guys got some value out of this.
Mate, I think it was worth running over for, mate, for everything, like especially those prompts and everything there, mate, and that little Chat GPT hack as well, which I didn't know that. That's gold in itself.
Yeah, I love it. And I use it all the time. And that's why I'm so surprised that very few people know about it. But that's also because ChatGPT doesn't even promote that.
Amazing. Mate, well, thank you so much. I mean, it must be 3 o'clock in the morning for you now. We started as it was 1:30 a.m. for you, mate. So
yeah,
you've done well to
Mohammed is
power
saying
through,
thanks for
mate.
this
I haven't
kind
seen you
word.
drinking too much coffee there. I wonder, do we have any last questions? We've got Mohammed says, best AI related webinar I've been on so far. Thanks to both of you for arranging this, mate. You're very welcome, Mohammed. Thank you to Mohammed for taking the time and the hours to do this as well.
And
in
just
the
out
early
of
hours the morning.
curiosity, Mohammed Hussein, are you from South Africa by any chance? I just want to see whether he's up at 3 as well. I know Farzana is from South Africa, so she was up. Mohammed Hussein.
Sure. Fazana, need one for over 40s or 50s. It's 3 a.m.
Oh, Mohammed Hussein from Bangladesh, actually. Okay, but I'm pretty sure it's early in the morning there as well.
Yeah, Bangladesh would be 5 hours roughly behind us. So, 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Yeah, there you go. Early riser.
Okay. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I think if we don't have any more questions, mate, we'll let you get to bed.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for
appreciate
going
it.
through that, mate. There was a ton of value in there, a heap of it. I hope everybody enjoys this. Anyone watching it afterwards, the links to everything you've shared, we'll make sure that they're somewhere wherever you're watching this video. They'll be above, below, left or right of this video, wherever. Make sure you go
Thank
and
you so
follow.
much.
Thanks, Shimon. Make sure you go follow Mohammed on his TikToks. And if you want to put up your thing just one last time, mate, because everybody should follow you. That's how, I mean, we started because you were a customer of ours, but I just started following your stuff anyway, and that's how we ended up here today. So you should
Yeah, so
definitely
you can find me. You can find me anywhere
follow along.
on Asmal Digital at Asmal Digital, but on TikTok, this is TikTok at Asmal Digital. Oh, and by the way, just one last thing. You know the video I was referencing in my
Here is
video?
how you can create
This is this
Facebook
video.
ads
Let me
from
just press
start.
pause. Can you see it's 27th of the 8th month 2023. It's 6 minutes long and it still gets comments till today. There's 1 day ago, 3 days ago, 5 days ago, 5 days ago. So I'm not, it is real life, was published 27th of the 8th month 2023. And up till today, it still gets comments and generates leads basically because it's taking them to a landing page. And that's another thing. Like Gary, you know, I use custom GPTs as lead magnets. So I'm generating leads from that as well.
It's beautiful. Videos just work, and it's all part of
Here
your
is
brand.
how
And even with
you can create-
AI videos or real videos, like we do that, we've got tons of video content. And I know that people just watch that stuff all the time. And people are looking for that now. I think, you know, that clip you said with Gary Vee earlier, just to sort of finish and maybe wrap up on this, is that like AI is super important, right? But if you're making AI videos and it's you as a funny rap baby or you as a funny monkey or whatever it might be, those are good and they'll kind of get views and maybe get some of that. But I think that people are looking to connect with people and a brand, and that is important to do these days as well. So you said it yourself anyway. You know, videos of you is the best if you've got the time to get out and do that. But making your little AI avatar and making sure there's plenty of content about you that people can check you out. I think people want to do that these days. They know that, you know, half the stuff you read isn't true. Half the things you're looking at aren't real. So how do I actually check in and make sure that this product, this service, the person behind it is a valuable person for me to spend my time, money, resources with? They're going to check you out. And we get that all the time. People look through our content, they look at our videos, and they like what they see, and then they come to us as a customer. It's not just the, we're a tech platform at the end of the day. That's what we provide, tech, but we provide so much more with doing this, for example, providing these webinars, this value, training for our clients. That's all the stuff that we do to provide value. Like we sell our tech based on the value that we provide. And this is a big part of that. So thank you very much for being part of that for us as well.
I appreciate it, and thanks for the opportunity. And I'm also a happy customer of my CRM Sim. I don't use it as much, but I am using it, but I need to be using it more often. And it's been a great lifesaver for me as well.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I know your costs for SMS in South Africa are pretty crazy, right? So.
Oh, that's crazy, yeah.
All right, mate. Well, thank you so much, mate. Take care. Get some rest.
Thank you, Muhammad.
Appreciate
guys.
all your time today
Thanks,
and everything
Carlos.
you provided, mate.
Bazana, all you guys, appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, take care. Bye.